So hello everybody, my name is Jeannie. Welcome to Jeannie Yoga New. And today we're going to do 5 Tibetans, which some of you have done with me before. We're going to do the abridged version that doesn't involve spinning. So this is for people who have a little vertigo and don't want to do a full body spin. It's for when you have a lot of people in the room with you and you can't do a full body spin. There may be a lot of you at once practicing. Or you're working from home and you're practicing from home and it's crowded with furniture. Okay, it's a nice variation. So come now, find a mat, somewhere to be. And we're just going to start now in a moment by sitting and taking the first Tibetan. But I'll show you the interval of breath before we begin. So as the story goes, the monks in Tibet practice this. They practice the full version with the arms extended spinning. They practice this morning and night, and it keeps them bright and fit and in optimum mental and physical health all their lives, and it's all they do in terms of physical exercise, is the 5 Tibetans morning and night. That's how the story goes. It's a very bracing, nice series of exercises. You can get it down to about 12 or 11 minutes, and it makes you feel very awake and very strong in the nervous system when you do it. So I think it's a nice thing to practice every day. So the interval breath, feet are together, hands on the hip bones, and we're going to, you can close the eyes if you want, we're going to inhale through the nose and out through the mouth in a medium-sized O. Nice and slow and repeating. And I'm showing you that now because we'll do that after every single exercise. At the end of them, we'll lay down. So first Tibetan. Come to sitting, get comfortable, and we're going to whirl only with the upper body 21 times going to the right. So we're all going to go to our right. So you find your right, and I'll demonstrate the right for you now in this. And the hands can be very relaxed. They can be on the knees. It's a good place on the knees. Actually gives you a little bit of maneuverability. And then when you're ready, 21 times whirling to your right. And you're just rolling over the buttock bones. You're leaning back and coming forward. Or relax the jaw. You can move it around and just keep that going. Breathing, and if you've lost track of counting, I will count for you. So you can stay in sync with me. I'm just going to keep that going. Oh, and you're rolling and there's a whirl going on. Oh, and obviously if you get it all dizzy, then you slow down or you stop. Otherwise, keeping it going. Going for 21 times. You're just going back and side and forward and side, back as far as comfortable. And just keeping that going. And if you've been counting, great. If you haven't been counting, I think this is 15. And then just whirling some more. Every now and then open the mouth to relax the jaw. Woo. Keeping that going. You can really enjoy these. Whew. This is the version if you have vertigo or you haven't got space. You just reduce things down, do it this way, and obviously with vertigo you're going to make a smaller circle. And then 21 is done. Come to standing. And you can spread the feet, draw the heels back, the hands are on the hip bones, and the interval breath. And then Tibetan number 2. So I think of the first one as whirling, and then this is how to remember them. Second one is chopping. It's a nice way to remember it. You're going to come and you're just going to lay right back on the mat. Lay yourself back. And we're going to have the legs side by side. The arms are alongside the body. Now the arms are going to stay down. And what's going to happen is you're going to bring the legs up straight, and you're going to bring the head up just to look at the thighs, and you're going to go back. And we're doing it 21 times. All of these are done 21 times. Anyone knows this is going to be a challenge for their lower back, Bend the knees. It's fine to come up with bent knees, absolutely fine. And you can go back down with bent knees or you can slide them away. So you can decide for yourself. Just make sure that the head is comfortable. You do a nice pace here. So bend the knees if you need to, stop if you need to. When you're ready, 21 times chopping or lifting. Just use the breath to help you. So the arms are staying down, the head is coming up. And people who tend to grip the neck, and I'm in that category, we have to just keep on relaxing that neck. Be aware of using the abdominals and take the lift lower down. Take the lift lower in the body than the neck. And just keeping that going. If you've lost track of counting, you might be on 8, you may be ahead of me. Stop when you come to 21. The legs are coming straight up. Just find that rhythm. Stay with it. Now I think you're on your penultimate one now. If you're done, well done. And then 21. And lay back. Good. And then come up to standing. Like coming up to standing. And the interval breath. Feet together, draw the heels back. And repeating. And there's a certain delicious briskness about these. Tibetan number 3, you come to kneeling and you've got a straight line there in the front of the hips. You're kneeling, you're right up. You're going to have the hands alongside the body. And we're simply going to, on the inhale, open up the front of the throat. So this is the Vishuddha chakra, opening it up, the arms alongside the body, the front of the hips stay open, and then powerfully bring that chin into the chest. The chin's actually going into that notch at the throat, just pushing in 21 times. When you're ready, here we go. This stimulates the thyroid and it's usually quite pleasant. Find a nice wave. Close the eyes if you need to. I'm counting for you. So if you've lost track of counting, no problem. I think we're doing 15 now. And when you finish 21, powerfully bring that chin in, stimulate the thyroid there, and then come up to standing. A little shake out if you need it. Feet together, heels drawn back, hands on the hip bones, interval breath. And repeat. And then Tibetan number 4, doing great. So this one is a little bit challenging for the nervous system. It's great. You're going to have your legs bent, feet are hip width apart. The hands are going to come alongside the hips. Now, depending on the length of your arms, you may be to keep them straight. So we're going to keep the arms straight if we can. And you have to just adjust to find out where the feet need to go. I'll show you the movement. We're simply going to bring the pelvis up and the head goes back. Now don't change the hands and just bring the buttocks back alongside the hands. Buttocks and hips by the hands. Keep the feet planted 21 times. If you get a little bit with this, it means it's working. The nervous system is being toned in this posture. It's quite challenging. Starting now. And just find a nice wave and keeping that going. You lost track of counting. I think we're on 15. You do your own counting if you like. And well done with the 21. Come up to standing. You may want to go. Draw the heels back, spread the toes, hands on the hip bones. The interval breath. And repeating. And then the final Tibetan, everyone, Tibetan number 5. It simply is upward facing dog and downward facing dog. So you're going to start in your down dog, bounce a little through the feet, and then you just come down. And because you're doing 21, we're going to stay on the balls of the feet. You can roll if you want, but I'd recommend staying on the balls of the feet for this. And just going one way and going the other way. And then 20 more. Find your rhythm. Doing great. So I'm counting for you if you need me to. I believe we're just doing 9. So coming into the penultimate one, and then 21. Good. And then the final interval breath. So feet together, heels drawn back, hands on the hip bones. And repeating. And then great, everybody just lay back now. Come onto the mat and drop into a shavasana. So literally, legs roll open, arms roll open. Make sure the head is free just to be gazing straight up, long neck. Close the eyes. And just breathing in shavasana. Relax the fingers. Make sure the shoulders are really dropped also. And you can stay here as long as you like. It's a nice, brisk, almost military series of exercises, 5 Tibetans, and it has a very powerful effect on the nervous system. So you may feel you want to rest a little bit longer. Otherwise, if you're ready, bending the legs, rolling onto your side, and coming up to sitting. And thank you very much. Namaste. See you again very soon. Bye for now.